The living goddess of comedy, Jo Brand.
Watch. Don't look so scared down the front. I'm not going to fall off the stage, all right? No, I promise not to fall off the stage. Yes, what? Eh? Shut up or I'll sit on your face. Now, I apologise if I look a bit grim tonight, but I haven't recovered from this tour that I did at the end of last year, and I was really thin and pretty at the beginning of it. Should have caught me then, really. But we actually started this tour off in Cardiff, and the theatre's very much like this. It goes up, like, really high. And I was doing the sound check at the beginning, and there was a woman right up the top, and I went, hello. She went, hello. And I said, I bet I look really small down here. No. So that cheered me up a lot. But, you know, when you're on tour, you do get a bit fed up with shagging rent boys and eating cakes, to be honest. You do. So, you know, you have to do something a bit different, really. And I actually went to a casino for the first time ever. Didn't know the etiquette at all, you know. Went in, put me quid down on the roulette table. Start small, I thought. And this really snotty bloke that worked there came up to me and said, I'm sorry, madam, you can't do that. You've got to go and get some chips first. Bloody brilliant, I thought. Only place I've been ordered to get chips, hurrah. But I have to say, oh, you can tell by looking at me, I have a lot of vices, and one of them is fags. I smoke loads of fags, you know, and I like to look in the papers for stories about women that live to sort of 90 and smoke sort of 700 fags a day. And I heard about an old woman recently who was in her 80s. She was on 60 fags a day, and the doctor said, you've still got to give up because we might have to cut your leg off. And she said, well, how am I going to get down the shops to get me fags then? And that's the right attitude, really, isn't it? Now, I've been to Belfast quite a few times, and I have to say, this was the only place where a male member of the audience has thrown his pants at me. Yes. And they sort of landed down there, right, and they were blue, nylon, and I'm afraid they were still warm. So, I didn't investigate any further. You know, blokes have two sorts of pants, don't they? You get the sort of gold lame posing pouches, which don't quite manage to cover the rolled-up sock. Because we know you do it, boys. And my favourites, which are those charming nylon Y-fronts with a very subtle slogan on the front like, my knob is in here. Somewhere. Well, I'm getting older. I can tell I'm getting older because I went home at Christmas and my mum bought me a jumper for Christmas and I thought it was quite nice. Yes. Bit worrying that, isn't it, really? Because us women worry about getting older and we buy all this anti-wrinkle cream and it doesn't work, does it? Ha-ha, you know. Might just as well slap a bit of old fruitcake mix on your face, go out in the sun for 2 hours, and at least you've got a fucking cake to show for it, haven't you? I think so. Now, I have to tell you, my reputation, fat lesbian man-hater, isn't it? And I don't quibble with the fat. I'm fat, I like cakes, hurrah, don't care. But actually, I'm not a lesbian, I'm heterosexual, so be very scared, men, because I am after you for sex, all right? And, you know, a lot of people say, think I don't have a partner. I do. Well, it's actually someone I've talked to twice at the bus stop in the last year, but there you go. Now, I've got to shoot off, but just before I go, I'm not going to seduce anyone tonight because I'm crap at it. My idea of seduction is smearing my naked body with chocolate and cream and then just being left on my own to eat it, really. Thanks a lot, you're brill. Good night.